For my new partners at UPC, some tricks for being successful here are to use the resources that you have at hand.
I would say my advice for any new provider starting out is to continue to seek out mentors.
My advice would be to create an expectation for yourself. Always set expectation which is reasonable but achievable at work.
The biggest thing is don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and don't be afraid to be invested in the community.
Invest the time in setting up relationships with your partners and with your patients. Those relationships will only become more important as time goes on and help establish the trust that is needed to be successful as a physician or an APP.
So my advice would be just to really get involved, to get involved in the community or, join committees. I think that's a good way to kind of really see what the organization is like and what the community is like, just to be able to help you better serve the patients that you're taking care of.
Your colleagues and your team and your leaders really want you to have the practice that you have always dreamed of. And so my advice would be, first and foremost, think and dream of what you want your practice to look like. And then right after that, be motivated enough to go get it.
We all had to start somewhere, and so don't be afraid to ask questions and take feedback as a learning opportunity. Every day is an opportunity to be 1% better than yesterday.
My advice to have a successful career here is to remember to find balance. So when I started practice, one of my partners told me to always have something on my calendar to look forward to, whether that's a vacation or time away, because truly you need time to get away and recharge. And so that's, I think, one of the things that I do to, basically keep balance in my life. The second is in really just remembering why you're here. And so I keep every card from every patient. I keep emails from patients and notes and reflect on those from time to time to remember on those worst days when things don't seem to be going your way, that we really make a positive impact here and just remind us why we got into medicine in the first place.
I will say that I think there are probably more mentors out there within our UnityPoint workforce than maybe would raise their hand in a large meeting, and they don't know that they're mentors. But I also encourage my new hires to meet that person that they work a lot with and find the time to share the wins, ask the questions, and make that relationship, because that's what's going to make it a more fun place to work day in and day out.
Work-life balance, I feel, is very important, and as a new provider needs to be stressed. Taking some time off every day to detach from work and spend time with family would be very important. And that's something that as you start working, you don't realize the importance of it till a few years go by. So my suggestion would be to look at it from the start of it.
I've talked to people from cardiologists to gastroenterologists, pulmonologists, my own partners in surgery. I've had questions and I've never really had a hard time getting any of them answers. I think it speaks to what UnityPoint looks for in providers before they are allowed to work here, which helps breed a very positive atmosphere where everyone's learning from everybody with a common goal of taking care of patients and improving the people that we see every day.
UnityPoint in general wants, first and foremost, for you to deliver excellent care. But right along with that, we want you to love your job. And if you're able to dream big and really design your practice the way that you want, and then be motivated enough to put that in place, you're going to deliver excellent care for your patients. You're going to love your job. And UnityPoint is going to be a better place to work for all of your colleagues and a better place to come for all your patients.